What's up everybody, and welcome to another pronunciation video. Today we're hopping into the fourth generation, the fourth region of Pokemon, and that is going to be the Sinnoh region. I really hope I'm saying that one correctly because this is about when I kind of stopped playing the games when I was younger, so I don't really know these Pokemon too well, and I definitely think I'm going to start to struggle from here on out until we get to kind of maybe the Sword and Shield era, but even then, that one I think I'm going to struggle with. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and definitely make sure that you drop comments down below and let me know which ones I did correctly and which ones I did incorrectly, because I'm sure you guys are going to happily tell me what I've done wrong. You seem to really enjoy that, and I'm glad that you do.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
But yes, let's go ahead and take a look at the Sinnoh region. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with Generation 4. All right, we're starting with the starter grass Pokemon, which is Turtwig, Grotle, Torterra, Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape, Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon. I feel pretty comfortable with the starter Pokemon. It's just kind of what comes after this that scares me a little bit. Let's move on to Starly, Staravia, Staraptor, Bidoof, Bibarel, Bibarel, I hate Bidoof. That's all you guys need to know, is I do not like Bidoof. I think it's an oof. All right, Bidoof the oof. Moving on, we have Kricketot and Kricketune. We have the Shinx line, which is Shinx, Luxio, and Luxray. All right, next up we have Badoo. I think it's Badoo, because like a rosebud and dew. Badoo, right? Badoo. Do you? I Badoo. Roserade, Cranidos, Rampardos. I'm 99% certain I normally say this one Ramparados. I think I add an extra A into this one, but clearly it's spelled Rampardos, but I'm pretty sure I call it Rampardos. Definitely Rampardos. I definitely don't say this one correctly. Roast me. I know it's coming. All right, next up we have Shieldon. Bastiodon. I definitely call it Bastiodon. Y'all are gonna roast me. All right, we got Burmy. I can't get this one wrong, right? Burmai? Is it Burmai? I hope it's not Burmai. That would be really bad for me. I definitely call this one Burmy. Wormadom. I'm just gonna go with that. Mothim, Comey, and Vespiquen. We have Pachirisu, we have Buizel, we have Floatzel, another, it's kind of ironic that some of the Pokemon I hate the most in all Pokemon games happen to be in the Sinnoh region. I'm also not a fan of Buizel, alright? Not a fan, don't like it. I don't like it, it's a little floating about, alright? Anyways, moving on to Cherubi and Cherrim. We have both the Overcast and the Sunshine form, so Cherub and Cherrim. Then we have Shellos and Shellos, which also have different forms, Gastrodon and Gastrodon, alright? Hopefully that one's okay. Next up we have Ambipom, Ambipom, one of those. All right, next up we have Drifloon and Drifblim, Bunnyary, Lopunny, Miss Magius. I always really struggle with this one. I don't know why. Miss Magius is my best guess. We then have Honchkrow, and then we have Glameow, and we have Purugly. All right, the two kitty cats. One is glamorous, and the other one is, it's not that ugly. It's okay. He's a beefy boy. All right, or girl, could be anything. He's a beefy cat. Next up we have a Chingling, then we have Stunky and Skuntank. I definitely call this one Skunktank or something like that. Like, I don't know, I add almost like a soft K in it, Skunktank. Because there should be a K there. There should be a K. All right, Bronzer and Bronzong. Oh, look, Bonsley. Yeah, if you're not unfamiliar with the channel, you know that I'm not a fan of Pseudo Wudo, which means I also do not like Bonsley, alright? Bonsley is not my favorite. I don't like it. Bonsley and Pseudo Wudo, get out of here. Alright, we have the baby Pokemon Mime Jr., we have Happiny, and then we have Chatot and Spiritomb. I feel like you guys are gonna say it should be Spiritomb, because technically in English we would say tomb, but I call it Spiritomb, kind of like a spirit bomb, Spiritomb. Yeah, I feel like you guys are gonna yell at me for this one. Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp. Then we have Munchlax. We have Riolu and Lucario. Then there is Hippopotas. He kind of looks like a hippo potato. All right, Hippopotas and Hippowdon. I feel a little bit better about this one, but I feel like it's Hippowdon, but I call it Hippowdon. It's like it's a hippo. It's a Hippowdon. All right. Then we have Scorpy, Drapion, Krogunk, and Toxicroak. Then Carnivine, Finian, and Luminian. Mantike, Snover, and Abomasnow. And of course we have Weavile and Magnezone. We have Licky Licky. All right, I like this one. Licky Licky. And Rhyperior. Tangrowth. Okay, so this one I always struggle with a little bit as well. I don't know if it's Tangrowth or Tangrowth. Tangrowth or Tangrowth or Tangrowth. One of those, I think. Next up we have Electivire and Magmortar. And then we have Togekiss, Yanmega. I call the first form Yanma. So Yanmega makes sense to me, but I could be wrong. And then we have Leafeon and Glaceon. I love me some EV evolutions. I definitely am gonna get roasted for this one. Gliscor. Gligar. Okay, so I call the first evolution Gligar. So this would be Gliscor. Gliscor. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Mamoswine! Porygon Z! Gallade! I really hope I'm not saying Gallade wrong, because this is one that I will always call Gallade. But if it's Gallade? Is it Gallade? I hope it's not Gallade. Gallade is always how I've said it and how I will always say it, and I'm a little bit worried about that one. Probopass, Dusknoir, Frostlass, Rotom, which has many different forms, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. Alright, then we have Dialga and Palkia. Following that, we have Heatran, Regigigas, Giratina, both the altered form and the origin form. I definitely prefer the origin form to the altered form. Personal preference. I have a really good one in Pokemon Go. All right. We have Cresselia. We have Fione. I think it's Fione. Manaphy, Darkrai, and then, of course, we have Shaman and the god Arceus. All right. I know people call this one Arceus, but I call it Arceus, alright? Change my mind, it's Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's always going to be that, alright? I can't change, I will never change, I am this way. Alright, Arceus. Alright, and there you guys have it. Those are my pronunciations for the Sinnoh region. Let me know which one was your favorite, and if I absolutely butchered something, I do apologize. But I know through previous experience that you guys are going to absolutely roast me in the comment section, and that's okay. That is the whole purpose of this, is to allow you guys to enjoy my mispronunciations, because yeah, I just say Pokemon names the way that I say them, and it is just how it is. So do let me know again in the comments which ones I did correctly, and I love the ones that you guys list like 10 to 20 Pokemon that I mispronounced. Nothing to make you feel bad like mispronouncing Pokemon names. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and end off today's video. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already, and of course subscribe if you are new here, and I will catch you all in the next one.